Recently, Jillian broke her own rule by stepping out of her comfort zone and dealing with an issue that she kept putting off.
I'm 37, and at 35, my gynecologist had suggested I get a mammogram. And then at 36, she suggested I mean, I have been inspected upside down, inside out, backwards with a fine-tooth comb, except for the mammogram. And God forbid, the doctor comes back and says, ooh, you know, I found something. My whole life changes. So it's kind of scary. I'm a girl, I race motorcycles, I swam with great white sharks. That's not the kind of stuff that really does scare me. The kind of stuff that scares me is losing a loved one, becoming sick. That scares me. So for me, a mammogram forces me to ask a question I don't want to ask right now.
Well, with a little help from her friend, Vanessa Marcel, Jillian finally decided to make that trip to the doctor.
Oh, hi, Monkey. I don't want to do this today.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I want you to be okay and not be too nervous. I would say it's in the top 5 of most important things that you have to do, is get a mammogram. You have to. You know, my sister just had breast cancer.
I know.
And I had to sit and watch her go through chemo and radiation, and guess why she's okay? Why? You know why?
I know.
Early detection.
Yeah, I know.
How are you?
Good to see you again. This is my good friend,
Hi,
Vanessa.
nice to see you, Vanessa.
All right, so I'm really glad that you're doing this because you're 37 years old, right? You're getting your first ever mammogram. It should be a normal baseline mammogram so that when you start your routine, annual, every year, starting at age 40, they can look back and go, oh, she looked just like that when she was 37. Nothing to worry about.
Since she's so nervous, I think it'll help her to know exactly how long it's going to take.
It's gonna be a minute. It's like 60 seconds. You're gonna wanna come back every day for one of these. 80% of people with breast cancer don't have a single relative with breast cancer. So it doesn't get you off the hook. It doesn't mean that you're, it just means you're not
I was banking on that. I mean, literally all night I was like, I can't think of one relative that's had breast cancer, so.
You know what, it's important to have a good clinical breast exam
with
the mammogram. Jillian, this is Michelle, Mammotech extraordinaire, specializing in pain-free mammograms. How long is this gonna take?
5 minutes.
You said 1 minute.
Well,
Tops.
Yeah, tops.
Okay, that's it.
I'm hearing you. I appreciate it. Sure. You made it.
Joining us now is Dr. Christy Funk, who is here to give Jillian her results. But first, I want to know how you're feeling and what's going through your mind right now after seeing that.
You know, again, I'm so glad I did it. I was worried that it was gonna be painful. Not painful at all. That I can tell you, not at all painful. The bad news is kind of like really the part I think that you worry about. And that's got me kind of uber stressed out, but you said you thought that it would be okay. So, but again, the alternative of not knowing, right? You could give your early detection speech that you gave me.
Okay, well, I will, but let me first get you off the hook. Your mammogram looks perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
So, yay!
All right, good, okay.
Yeah, but I will give a little spiel. Early detection is the key to survival, and women who get a mammogram every year beginning at age 40 have a decrease in the death rate from breast cancer by up to 30%. Early detection is the difference between lumpectomy and mastectomy, chemo and no chemo, living or dying.
Right. So, do you feel like you faced your fear?
I
and good
feel
about it?
incredibly relieved. And I will say one other thing is that there was a moment when Dr. Funk did a ultrasound?
Ultrasound.
Okay.
We did a clinical breast exam, so I was doing an exam and we felt a little lump.
Yeah, and I had felt that myself, but I kind of thought, you know, I noticed it was around when my period was, so I wasn't super freaked out about it, but I always wondered about it. And I have to say that after you checked it out and told me it was nothing, I feel like 1,000,000 pounds has come off my shoulders because I unconsciously or subconsciously wondered about it. So you need the information. If I had to go, you have to go. And I had to do it on camera, so shut up and go to the doctor.